Hello everyone, artist Charles Wolf here, back again for another painting lesson. Starting today with a 6 by 18 inch canvas, sort of an unusual size. I really like this size of canvas. I've taken this piece and I have covered it in titanium white using a large metal spatula as a palette knife, covering the entire canvas, giving it lots of texture. I've then taken a hairdryer and dried it off completely, and now you're caught up to the step that I'm at now, which is to paint over this wonderfully textured canvas and create a little abstract today. Here's my palette. We have Cadmium Red, Titanium White, Cadmium Yellow, and Cadmium Orange. Nice complementary cadmium colors. I am excited to create a little abstract today. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I feel like it's high time that I get back to doing some abstracts for you all. Been really enjoying creating some concept art style pieces. Seems to be popular right now on the channel. I'm having a lot of fun doing those. Check those out, Rocky Cove and the Old Swamp. I'll have more coming out very soon. I already created a few more pieces in that style that I'll be releasing over the next few weeks. But today, let's jump into this abstract. Starting with a big moppy brush and grabbing some of that beautiful cadmium red. Covering the top like eighth of the canvas, just getting the paint on there. I want to have a lot of paint on my canvas because I'm going to use a larger brush to smooth this out in a single direction, but that comes later. So get a good amount of coverage now. Doesn't need to be perfect coverage. A little bit of the white showing through is not a bad thing. Then I'm going to lay in the next layer of color a little bit lower down. This is Cadmium Yellow, and I'm using a flat brush to do this. Some people call these flat brushes, some people call them bright brushes. They're very similar. This brand calls it a flat brush, so I called it a flat brush here. Go right into the Cadmium Orange, go even further down and put a layer of that as well. Titled this piece Dreams of Summer. I feel like right in the middle of winter here, I am longing for some warmer weather. We had a little bit of it, a little taste of it this week here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and it was lovely. It was wonderful to have some warm weather, but now it's cold again, and so I decided to create a piece that really reminds me of the warm heat of the summer. Here is Cadmium Yellow again, bringing in more of the yellow. I'm going to be blending these gently together with a larger brush, like I said. So first things first, we need to get the paint onto the canvas. Again, you don't have to be very careful exactly where this ends up, as we'll be blending it together eventually. Some white will help the transition sections. I think it'll be nice to also soften the red a little bit. Put some white up here as well. Got a little bit of red into my white, that's okay. Just pull around it. Here's some more cadmium yellow. Put that right on top of the orange and beneath the white layer. Maybe a little bit of yellow up here. There we go. I like the symmetry of this, having red at the top and red at the bottom. Maybe a little more red up here for the blending. Back to my big mop brush. I have about 4 brushes going on right now, 1 per color, that way I don't contaminate the colors and cross them over. Even if I wash off my brushes, sometimes I don't do a very good job of that, it's very easy to start blending the colors prematurely. We want full, rich pigmentation, and to get that effect, when we start, we need to make sure that we have enough brushes going on, and that'll help that out. Here I'm taking a 2-inch chip brush, very cheap brush you can get at a hardware store, and I'm very lightly just pulling in one direction. This will create a nice streaky pattern, and I will gently blend upwards into the next color. Every so often I will stop and take a paper towel and very thoroughly pull off as much paint as I can off of that brush. I don't want all the colors blending completely together and turning to kind of a muddy orange like you're seeing there. So I'm going to stop, put some more yellow back on there. I want more of a pure color emerging. I'm trying to maintain some areas of pure colors showing through. I've cleaned my brush off again, and now I am blending back up the yellow into the white, and then down towards the next patch of yellow. I like the effect of the texture, and when you can see it close up at the end here, you'll see how much texture there is on this canvas. I put down a lot of titanium white acrylic paint at the beginning with my palette knife, with my metal spatula, and that really adds a great deal of dimension to this piece. Even if the concept is fairly simple with just these streaks of color, having the texture just makes it that much more interesting to the viewer's eye without being distracting. I think that this would make a great accent piece in someone's home or maybe an office space, kind of bright and cheery, and it would look really nice and brighten up a room very effectively. Often with abstracts, it's nice to think about function, like what room are you putting it in, a bland area of your house that you need to spruce up. Creating a little abstract piece like this can just add some cheeriness into an otherwise dull space. Here's some more cadmium orange, just going to bring this upwards. Sometimes I find that if I get too uniform with an area, too much yellow here for instance, just breaking it up with a few streaks of another color can add a lot of impact. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Gently streak it out, blend it out, and there you go. And with that, here is the final piece. Thank you so much for watching. Quick one today. I'll be back soon with another painting lesson. Thanks so much.